Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're going to unlock one of the most critical yet, frequently overlooked aspects of implant dentistry. We are talking about the hidden time drains in implant surgery. As we go through this explainer, we're going to break down the actual mechanics of where the minutes go during a procedure. We'll be relying directly on the data, and we're going to see exactly how shifting our approach can profoundly impact patient safety, clinical quality, and of course, the economics of your practice. So let's get right into it.
It's so easy to think of a minute as just a minute, but in the surgical chair, there's this invisible clock ticking away, and every single extra minute that passes carries a heavy compounding cost. Think about the patient sitting there. Every extra minute means additional discomfort, prolonged stress, and a much heavier recovery burden just from extended anesthetic effects. For the surgeon, it means an increase in fatigue-related precision loss. You literally get tired. And for the practice itself, every extra minute represents a very real, tangible slice of overhead cost in surgeon and staff time. Time isn't just money here, it's patient well-being and clinical excellence.
Section 1. Why freehand takes longer.
Okay, let's dive into this. What's actually eating up the clock? Well, spoiler alert, it is definitely not the drilling. When we really analyze freehand implant surgery, the actual physical process of drilling, it only takes a few minutes. The massive time sink comes entirely from the decision-making and verification steps surrounding that drilling. It basically boils down to these three exact steps: initial alignment, mid-sequence correction, and depth verification. The mental gymnastics and the physical pauses required to execute these three steps freehand, that is exactly where your minutes are bleeding away. Let's break down that freehand time toll, because this really paints a vivid picture of clinical frustration. First up, for initial alignment, the surgeon has to use tactile feedback and visual estimation to basically guess the correct entry point, angle, and depth. Positioning, repositioning, checking against adjacent anatomy, that estimation process alone eats up 3 to 7 minutes per implant. Then, as you move through the drill sequence, you've got progressive reangulation. Because every successive drill has to manually follow that same path, the surgeon is constantly pausing, reangulating, and reinserting just to prevent deviation. Finally, you have depth verification. Without mechanical stops, you have to withdraw the drill, pull out a depth gauge, or take a periapical radiograph and confirm before advancing. That adds 1 to 3 minutes per drill. Over a standard sequence, these constant pauses snowball into 4 to 10 extra minutes per implant, literally just to check your work.
Moving right along to Section 2, how guides eliminate delays. There is such a stark contrast between these two approaches. On one side, you've got the stressful guessing game of freehand surgery, relying entirely on visual and tactile guesswork. You're constantly second-guessing, asking, does that angle look right? On the other side, you have guided surgery, which operates on pure mechanical constraint. A surgical guide entirely eliminates that whole 3 to 7 minute initial drill positioning process. The surgeon simply seats the guide, verifies it's fully seated, which takes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes tops. Once it's in, the sleeve defines the entry point, the angle, and the direction. There's zero estimation, no repositioning. The guesswork is simply gone.
And honestly, the benefits just compound as you move through the procedure. Because every drill in the sequence follows that same mechanically constrained path, the guide completely prevents deviation rather than forcing the surgeon to constantly detect and correct it. You eliminate all those mid-sequence corrections. But the real game changer is this: mechanical depth limiting sleeves. The drill simply stops at the pre-calculated depth. The surgeon feels the mechanical stop and moves straight to the next drill. No measuring, no probing, no pausing for mid-surgery x-rays. For a standard sequence, just having that mechanical stop completely wipes out 4 to 10 minutes of depth verification per implant. All right, Section 3, the Flapless surgery multiplier. So when you pair a surgical guide with well-defined bone anatomy from a CBCT scan, you unlock a massive multiplier. We're talking about flapless surgery. This is a guided technique that allows the surgeon to place implants without needing to make open flap incisions. Because the CBCT has already mapped out all that hidden anatomy, and the guide ensures you follow that map perfectly, you literally do not need to physically open the tissue to see the bone. This is an absolute multiplier for time savings. Just look at the specific steps you get to completely skip when you utilize flapless surgery. You eliminate the initial incision, saving 3 to 5 minutes. You eliminate flap elevation entirely, saving 5 to 10 minutes. And because there's no flap, you get to skip suturing and all the associated bleeding management, which saves another 5 to 10 minutes. When you add all of this up, you take a single implant case that would normally be a 45 to 60-minute open flap procedure, and you shrink it down to a staggeringly fast 15 to 25 minutes. It's like night and day.
Which brings us to Section 4, the financial and clinical impact.
Let's look at the big picture for a second, and this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. Clinical research from Schneider et al. Actually measured operative time across more than 800 guided implant cases and compared them to historical freehand data. Now, this isn't some small sample size. This is highly robust data. The mean operative time for freehand surgery was 38 minutes per implant. For guided surgery, just 22 minutes. That is a 16-minute reduction per implant, representing a massive 42% decrease in operative time across the board. No joke. So, what does a 42% decrease in operative time actually mean for a business? Let's anchor the financial argument right here. If we calculate practice overhead at a really conservative $6 per minute, a 20-minute saving per implant is worth $120 per case in direct overhead reduction. If your practice does just 50 guided implant cases a year, which, by the way, is less than one a week, those annual time savings total $6,000 in direct cost reduction. That invisible clock we talked about earlier, it has a very visible impact on your bottom line.
So, the crucial point is this. We obviously have to weigh that savings against the cost of the technology itself. Flat-rate surgical guide pricing starts at just $150 per guide. When you are saving $120 in overhead on a single, simple implant, just by saving 20 minutes of chair time, that $150 upfront cost is almost immediately paid for. And as your cases get more complex, the compounding financial returns of that time saved vastly outweigh the initial cost of the guide. And wow, these savings compound astronomically for complex multi-implant cases. Take a standard all-on-4 procedure, for example. A guided case typically completes in 60 to 90 minutes of active surgical time. A comparable freehand all-on-4 case commonly takes anywhere from 2.5 to 4 hours. We are talking about saving an hour and a half to over 2.5 hours per case. The financial savings there are massive. But even more importantly, imagine the difference in the physical toll on the surgeon's back, hands, and mental focus. But let's pivot away from cold, hard cash and operational efficiency for a second and look at the warm human benefits. Because ultimately, that's why we all care about this in the first place, right? That 90 to 150-minute difference in an all-on-4 case represents an enormous reduction in operative risk and patient stress. Across all guided cases, shorter surgeries mean less total local anesthetic exposure and a way faster return to normal sensation. Because the guide prevents deviation and enables those flapless techniques, there is significantly less cumulative surgical trauma to the tissues. This directly results in less postoperative swelling, less bruising, and just so much less discomfort for the patient. At the end of the day, giving a patient a faster, less painful recovery is exactly what exceptional patient care is all about. So we've seen the data, right? We've traced the minutes lost to visual guessing and manual depth checks. We've seen how mechanical constraints completely eliminate those drains, enabling vastly faster, flapless procedures that dramatically reduce patient trauma. And we've done the math on the overhead. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. With surgical guides literally paying for themselves in the first 20 minutes of saved chair time, can your practice, and more importantly, your patients, truly afford to keep operating freehand? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll catch you next time.